Hey there, so it's Mac from Flowly. We're going to go through a really simple welcome flow that you can put together. And we found this to be really useful as like a foundation that you can build upon when you put a welcome flow together. So a lot of people overthink this and they think they have to have these really elaborate nurturing sequences. But ultimately, we start with like a 4 email welcome sequence. So I'm going to show you what that looks like in terms of the content. I'm then going to show you just how to build it in Klaviyo. And then I'm going to show you just a couple of content ideas, just give you a little bit of inspiration of what that might look like. So really straightforward. This is how we map out a flow, okay? So when somebody signs up to the newsletter, so you've seen the pop-up video, when somebody signs up to the newsletter, what that'll do is create this flow and it will trigger, some kind of behavior, which I'm going to show you as we build and show you a couple of things that you can put in to change the behaviors. So ultimately what that does is it triggers somebody that subscribes to the designated newsletter, the list that you created. And then we had a filter, if it's not already in, for anybody who places an order 0 times since starting the flow. Because what we want them to do is once they're in here, if they buy, we want them to drop out and go to a different flow. Because how we talk to them is going to be different. So the first email we do, pretty much immediately, or maybe within 5-10 minutes. And what we do here, so we focus on some really simple and really key content buckets. So just a welcome from the brand, like welcome to our newsletter, or welcome to Built for Athletes, or whatever, Gymshark, or whatever the brand is, right? Bit of an introduction. So and not in this order, just in any order that kind of makes sense. Bit of an introduction, so we're glad you're here, the home of whatever, we do, the best gym shorts ever, which is Gymshark, right? Thank you. And then so I'm going to discount. So I'm going to show you a couple of ideas as we come through. But like if you hit these 4 things, if you have a discount or some kind of incentive, then you're spot on. Because people come, they sign up and they do it for an incentive. They typically want that at that point. So let them have it. Don't make it too difficult for them. And then we typically wait a day, send the second email. And then the content buckets we focus on here is a little bit more about the brand story. So we're kind of ramping it up there to build a bit of familiarity, build a little bit of know, like, and trust. So talk about the brand story, any unique quality standards. So like the fastest shipping in the world, or, the best shorts ever, or, 90-day money back, no questions asked guarantee kind of thing, right? Just why are you guys different, right? Why is the brand different? And then the benefits of the shopping. Shop with us and, we do buy 2, get 1 free on all of our watch bands, something like that. And then the reminder of the discount. Yeah. Let people know, hey, still got this discount. Don't forget to use it. You can tell them, put a bit of scarcity on it and tell them it's running out in a period of time if you want to set a timer on it. And that's cool. So really simple. No need to overthink it again. And then a couple of days later, so 2 days later, this is what we call the social proof email. So put some, some good testimonials in there, some good reviews, some good images of everyday people using your products. Now, unless you're a brand that partners with, really big companies, then share that in there. Share that you partnered with. I was going to say Gymshark, but I keep throwing Gymshark references out there. But partnering with some kind of bank or some kind of institute or some kind of college or some kind of NFL team or something. If you partner with particular things like that, or you have big names, then put that social proof in there. Display some popular products, maybe top 3 products that you've got going on, and then obviously discount reminder again. Again, a bit of scarcity if you'd like. You get the idea. And then 3 days later, they haven't bought at this point. Yeah. What we typically focus on here is follow us on Instagram, or check out what we're doing on TikTok, or look at our YouTube channel for more on this and learn about our product or something like that. We focus on the social element because if they haven't bought by this point, they're probably going to need quite a bit more nurturing. And what we don't want to do is rely purely on email. So if we can get them over to Instagram, it's a good opportunity to move them there, because then they're on another one of our social media channels, another channel that we can reach out to them and share content with them that way. So it's really good to create some kind of social media angle here. You want to push people across from there, right? So quite straightforward. Now, I'm going to show you just how to build this. So go into flows. Now, Klaviyo does a really good job of like helping you. I mean, right here is welcome series, but you can kind of scroll down and try and find the one that you want. So there's a welcome series here. So I'm going to click create welcome series. And then I'm going to show you how to just build the framework of this. So we obviously want to pick the list that they come to, which is our email list, if you've seen from the last video. Click next. Then you can basically choose who you want here. So it can be all new signups. It can be new signups who have never ever purchased. New signups who haven't purchased after a delay, or if you're not offering a coupon. Now we're just going to do all new signups at this point. And then we're just going to click next. Now, if you want to create a Klaviyo code, that's cool. You can do that in here. If you want to use a static code, because it looks nicer and you can embed it with your designs better, choose that there. You can then put the coupon code. Not all this is necessary because you can just kind of put it on here. So you fill it out here if you want. I'll put the description in there if you want. Click next. Okay, doesn't want a code. Fair enough. So we'll just put test. And we'll put 15% off. There we are. So starting to build this out for you here, which is quite cool. So coupon reminder, we'll do 1 day after because that's what we're doing. And then we can go to next. And then update your flow in the builder. Yeah, cool. Click continue. It's going to set the trigger up for us. Build the flow, customize the message with AI. This is all new. This is not something that's been here for a long time. So you can have this and use it if you'd like. It's going to help you out a little bit. But ultimately, you kind of want to build your flows the way that you want. So what you've got here is obviously your exclusive offer. And then you've got has placed an order at least once since starting this flow. So I wouldn't have this in here. I would get rid of this. Because if it says yes, they're just going to take them out. Like, there's no point. And I'll explain this in a moment. Get rid of that. Now, when you go to the top, you can add some kind of filter. Yeah, so you can add a profile filter. And then you can come on here, what somebody has done. So we're going to put that they've placed an order. And then we're going to put at least once. And then in here, 0 times. I always get this confusing. Since starting this flow. Okay. So if somebody has placed an order 0 times since starting this flow, they will stay in the flow. If they don't, they will drop out. So you create this. This is here. You now don't need to create all these different conditional splits and make your flow look really, really messy. Just a pro tip. I found that really, really useful. So now that we've obviously got, if we open this and see what it looks like. So click on the dots here. Click edit. We can have a look at the kind of thing that they create for us, right? You can name whatever you want to name it. Subject line, preview text. And it creates some kind of it creates some kind of email. Now, to be honest, Klaviyo doesn't do a good job at creating emails. Like it's pretty ugly, so I wouldn't use this. I'm not going to go into how to build these out on this course, but ultimately you'd want to create something a lot nicer than this. So let's go back. Purely for this part of the course, we're just going to show you like how to build the framework of the emails, and then you can ultimately add from there. So we've got the trigger, so they've added to the list. We've got the filter, place an order 0 times since starting this flow. So if they do place an order, they drop out. Great. You can then add a time delay if you want between here and the first email. So wherever it grays out here, at the time of recording this video at least, you can drop a time delay here. And then it gives you an option here. And it could be like, 5 minutes. Save it, yeah? And it might be that you're like, okay, I just want to wait 5 minutes for them to get that email. I wouldn't recommend doing this, to be honest. It doesn't really make sense, but just to give you an idea, you can add that if you want. The key things we're looking at here, you can just drag the things across, clicking the button. We want to add time delays in emails from here, okay? So I'm going to drag a time delay into here. Now we had 2 days on this one, so just click 2 days. And then depending on how you want to do it, if you're a little bit OCD like me, you may want to then add another email in here so it all follows the order. Don't worry about the setup email bit yet. And then you might want another time delay here. And then this is going to be 3 days. So click 3, click save. And then your last email you can do from here. And then you can start to set up the emails from there. So you basically got the skeleton of this flow. So your welcome email, following the content buckets 1, 2, 3, and then 4. You can start to then create the content here. You can go in and say, right, well, email 2 is a bit more about the brand story, unique quality standards, benefits of shopping with the brand. Cool. Okay, and I know what I'm putting in. You can go to that email 2 and you can write the copy for that, get some design created, and get it built in from there. Now, you can use the Klaviyo templates. They're okay. Don't love them, but if you click edit and then click on the arrow, click change template, and then you can choose drag and drop. And then you've got a template library of like different emails that you might like the look of. I mean, they're okay. You see that they're not terrible. We prefer to do imagery because we get a lot more control over what we want it to look like fonts, images where we want to place it, fading in and out. But however, you may not have the funds to hire a designer all the time. So you just pick one. Like this one's okay. So we'll just click on here, click use. That'll populate for us. And then as we get it here, you've got an image, some text blocks all like this. And then when you look on mobile, like, see, this is why I don't like it. It just looks ugly. But you get the idea. Okay, you can use a template if you want, and you can start to fill content now if you would like. However, I'm not going to go into that in this course here. So now you've got that. Trigger your 4 emails. You can start to set up the emails from there. Really, really straightforward. No mess around. So I'm just going to show you a couple of designs in a moment. Just to give you a bit of a feel for the kind of thing that you can look at as you're building an email out. Cool. So we've got a design here that we built for a brand. So I'll just get rid of that. So this is more of like a social media sort of push that we wanted to kind of show people like, hey, we're on socials, very, very socially driven brand. So it was like, let's have a social media image here. So people were like, oh, okay, cool. So nice header image, a bright green. So this is Matcha Nude. They do like green teas. Sorry, Matcha green tea. So, a bright green and joyful world awaits. Cool. People know what they're expecting. And then as they scroll down, you can have like discover the vibrant world of Matcha Nude on Instagram. So this is all about like email for driving people to socials. A little bit of text, follow us for a peek into authentic, fun, honest lifestyle powered by Matcha. So people know what we're going to get. Wellness tips, recipes, behind the scenes looks, join our community. And then you basically got like follow Matcha Nude. You click it, takes them straight to social media. And they're just nice images at the bottom. And then you can even do the shop bit at the bottom from there. So that's one example that you could look at. Then if we look at another email here, so this is one we built for athletes. And this is sort of one of the emails towards the back end of the flow. So really, really, powerful image like partners in excellence. Okay, we know what that means. And then straight into explore built for athletes because we want to drive people back to the site, right? This is why we like to use image blocks because we can use the arrows that they use on site and we can use the fonts that they use and really, really control where we want the images to go, right? And then straight from there, a little bit of text. So this is like really social proof driven. So when elite teams and athletes choose Built for Athletes, you're in good company. Proud to partner with Red Bull, High Rocks, bring new gear that you can trust. Yeah, bit of text, nice call to action, and then some nice imagery. So people are seeing like, oh, nice. Got some Red Bull. They've got some like the main backpacks that they sell. They sell some really great backpacks. And then some value adds on here. So like recommended backpack by Men's Fitness, fast free shipping, trusted by like 200,000 athletes. So it's huge, big social proof, 60-day money back guarantee. And then if you want to add some other bits and pieces at the bottom, you can do like this is quite cool, social proof again, and then buttons to send people where they want to do, and some social media things at the bottom from here. But you get the idea, really, really cool sort of layout. If we jump into another one, so this is like the second email that we built for Athletes. And if we scroll in here, cool headlines of carrier, conqueror, game changer. Yeah, something really sort of that stands out and purposely like built that way. Just flows nicely. Discover Built for Athletes again. And then just a bit of text. So this is quite heavy on the text. And sometimes it's good to do that. Some people say, oh, you don't want to put too much on the text. Sometimes it's good. Like we've run this and it's performed really, really well. So, we talk about, so they sell, predominantly gym bags. We talk about, the bags are designed to be the highest standard. So we're being really unique here. Like, hey, our bags are the best. They're durable, organized, comfortable, versatile. And then we do go beyond bags, and we have like your wash bag, your steel straw, cup, bottles. So even accessories. So this is a good opportunity for people who be like, oh man, I want to buy the bag this year, but maybe I'll just grab a bottle. Cool. At least they make that purchase, and everything follows from there. So you get the idea. Some things I will say is like this area here, what you'd call like above the fold. Always try and like get everything you want in the email in that area. So nice headline here, and then like, hey, discover Built for Athletes. And sometimes people just need a reminder to come back to the store. Really, really straightforward. So that's it. Quick recap. Focus on your content buckets or what you're looking for. This is great as a foundation to build on. This is by no means like the finished product, but this gives you everything to figure out what works for your audience. You've got some, intro with a discount. You've got some unique quality. You've got the brand story, social proof, and then social media. And you get to test from there. If you get to this point and people are still like spending lots of money, then you can add more emails. If they're not, you might want to remove one. And that's the idea of it, right? This gives you a really, really good foundation to build upon. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed. And take it easy.